You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, guys. We won. We have now defeated Joe Biden, guys. As you guys know, the progressives in the Democratic Party, man, their woke agenda was roundly defeated on November 5th. The progressive left wants men identifying as women and invading women's sports. And Joe Biden, who's not in control, by the way, he has now admitted defeat. Remember, he actually wanted to change Title IX to include gender identity. So if you are a male and you decide, you know what, I feel like a female, I want to play female sports. If they amended Title IX, that was the end of women's sports. No man should be playing in women's sports. It's for women. And anytime there's an open division or something like that where transgenders can actually compete against themselves, they don't want to do that. They want to compete against the women. Now, the Supreme Court had already said that Joe Biden amending Title IX was illegal. But we have actually seen Joe Biden actually ignore the Supreme Court. He's went against them. But in this case, guys, he has completely backed down. And I believe that with Trump coming in and a resounding victory, Joe Biden knew that he could do nothing with this. Donald Trump has already vowed to actually end the invasion of men in women's sports. And it needs to end. This is huge news right here, guys. Very, very huge news. And also, by the way, we've also seen women wake up, step up to the plate, and actually reject men coming into their sport. We already talked about San Jose State. I mean, 6 schools actually forfeited against them because they did not want to play against a male. It says here, Biden administration bats down on transgender Title IX changes. If there was any doubt that the Biden administration knew that its proposed changes to Title IX were unpopular, the timing of the Friday afternoon's announcement should clear those right up. In April of 2023, Biden's handlers, I love how Kid puts that, it was definitely his handlers, submitted a change to Title IX regulations that would have effectively prevented states from banning males from competing in women's sports. Same jurisdictions that work to protect women's safety and the fairness of single-sex athletic events would have been overruled by new federal regulations. Now, I still believe, guys, there's going to be a problem on the state levels, okay? Like California. California is going to allow these males to identify as females and invade women's sports. I mean, California is run by the left. Out here in Texas, nah, we're not going to play that over here. But anyway, it goes on. It says that proposal is now dead in the water. Per a news release on Friday afternoon, the Department of Education has withdrawn its rule changes pertaining to gender identity in athletics. And this is what they put out, guys. Quote, the intent of the athletics MPRM was to propose a regulatory standard under Title IX that would govern a recipient's adoption or application of sex-related criteria that would limit or deny a student's eligibility to participate on a male or female athletic team consistent with their gender identity. Really, guys, we only know that they really wanted this to go one way. They wanted men to emasculate themselves and invade women's sports because it's not really happening the other way. Anyway, goes on here. The department recognizes that there are multiple pending lawsuits related to the application of Title IX in the context of gender identity, including lawsuits related to Title IX's application to athletic eligibility criteria in a variety of factual contexts. In light of the comments received in those various pending court cases, the department has determined not to regulate on this issue at this time. Therefore, the department hereby withdraws the athletics MPRM and terminates this rulemaking proceeding. Yeah, that is the Biden administration admitting defeat. Yeah, his Department of Education, guys, and Trump, man, really wants to end the Department of Education. And I believe it definitely should end, because what government has done with the Department of Education, man, our kids have just come out dumber and stupider. I mean, these kids today probably don't even know the difference between a male and a female. I mean, this is great news, guys. Great news. Biden has admitted defeat. His handlers, anyway, because truly, guys, I don't truly believe that Biden believes in any of this stuff. But his mind is so far gone. And the last 4 years, man, he wasn't in control. He was not in control. The far left, the progressives in his administration were in control. This is good news, man. This is good news. Now, Trump is going to come in and finish the job and say, hey, we're going to put a stop to all these males identifying as females invading women's sports. Yeah, it's going to happen. And guess what? The American people want that to stop. The American people do not believe in men identifying as women and invading women's sports. Now, you got a whole bunch of people out there still that believe that a man can actually identify as a woman. I'm not one of those people. But they say, hey, live and let live. But when it comes to sports, they're going to be like, wait a minute, that's a step too far right there. Nah, we can't do that. I may actually use your preferred pronouns and stuff like that, but you can't be playing against a female. You see how it works, guys? That's why I don't believe in preferred pronouns. I don't play any of those games, man. If you were born a man, you're always going to be a male. You're always going to have a physical advantage over females in sports. And it's not fair. We've seen it, guys. We've seen women get dominated by these males. It's completely unfair. And some of these females are like, okay, let them go ahead and play. Let them do what they want to do until they actually have to compete against them. Then they're like, no, I don't think this is right. Now you got a bunch of females waking up, guys. The American people do not want this to happen. And the Biden administration backing off. You can tell, guys, this is really the beginning of the end of the trans invasion in women's sports. At least I hope so. Maybe on a regional level, it'll still happen. Like I said, California, man, definitely seems to be a lost cause. I mean, those people are to the left of Stalin over there, man. Boy, California is just a mess. But it's nice to see, man, that common sense is winning again. This country, man, is getting back on the right track. We're getting back on the right track, guys. I mean, there's a number of sports leagues out there that have actually banned transgenders. LPGA Tour. Now, of course, you know, this whole thing with Title IX is on the educational level right there. It's not going to happen anymore, guys. It is over. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.